What's up guys, it's Vaylock here, and today in Black Desert Online I am going to show you how to refresh your lantern. Now if you remember correctly, the lantern is the item you have in your bag when you first start the game. Once you equip it, it provides you a light source that lets you see in the dark and poorly lit areas. So the lantern is pretty useful because the game does have a pretty distinct day-night cycle, and especially if you're playing at night, it can be quite hard to see what's going on in front of you, or if you're trying to log trees or look for ores to farm, it can be quite difficult because it's very hard to see in the dark, and that's where the lantern comes in. Now if you can see here, even during the daytime there's a huge difference. Like, I've just unequipped the lantern and I re-equip it and the lighting totally changes. Now the lantern does have a limited lifespan. Now once you first get your lantern, it will have an effective time of 3 days, and that timer ticks down even if you are not using your lantern, which is why I just always have mine equipped. So in order to refresh it, you need to find a general goods vendor, much like the one I'm sitting right next to here, Clarence in Velia. Now when you open the shop here, you will see oil for lantern, and you might think, okay, well, I can just buy that oil and I can extend the use of my lantern for 3 hours for each oil. However, each oil costs 1,000 silver, when instead you could just buy an entirely new lantern for 5,000 silver, and that new lantern will have a full 3 days duration. So if you do the math on it, this oil for the lantern here, it requires 8 of them for 24 hours use, and that would be 8,000 silver. So in order to get the equivalent of 3 days, you would need to spend 24,000 silver on lantern oil. So I think this is a bit of a trap for new players, because the oil, I think, is more used for lighting lamps, not so much used for lanterns, because why spend 24,000 silver on a lantern oil when you can just spend 5,000 silver on a new lantern? So to show how it works here, I just click on purchase a new lantern, and as soon as I come out of here, you see I have my current lantern equipped. It has 2 days and 21 hours time on it, and this new one I purchased has a full 2 days 23 hours on it. So that's just a little tip to help you save money. I knew when I first started playing, I was purchasing the oil thinking that the lanterns you buy from the vendor were empty, but that is not the case. They are full of oil, so it's much cheaper to just buy the lanterns for 5,000 silver rather than spending 24,000 silver to refresh your current lantern back to the full 3 days. So yeah, that's it. Hope this helped, and feel free to like the video or subscribe, and thank you for watching.